Now, one of the biggest challenges for sporting disciplines locally is the development of talent. One of those sporting disciplines facing such a drought is tennis. Christopher Scott reports.
When Randy Phillips decided to come out of retirement to represent Jamaica once more at the Davis Cup, a few eyebrows were raised as to what could have resulted in him reversing his decision. But Phillips had a good reason.
I've played a lot of tennis and I've trained a lot, and so compared to the local guys at the moment, I have a little bit of an edge.
But after the just concluded Davis Cup competition, which the Jamaicans lost, there's another twist from player and coach when it comes to retirement.
I need a rest. No, I doubt it, but I've lied to you guys before, so maybe I'm lying again.
I really wouldn't want to see Randy not being a part of the team. It would be a great loss. His support is just amazing. The boys love him, teammates love him, and I think they would try to, tell him, hey, listen, Randy, don't bother with that. I want you to stay and be a part of it, because this team is like, one leg without you.
One thing for certain, two things for sure. The 31-year-old Phillips, who is currently studying corporate tennis at UMona, is going to call it a day soon.
I would love to see, I should be playing, like you say, new faces. I should be getting beat by the younger players. That's when we know we're really producing some good level and quality. So look forward to seeing more juniors and the younger players stepping up and playing these tournaments.
Phillips says there's a number of factors why the juniors are not coming through quickly.
They are hosting junior tournaments and international junior tournaments and stuff, so it's not that there's no effort being made. Sometimes, you can't really, I can't necessarily pinpoint the issue, but, bringing up more academies and more junior programs, maybe even increasing the amount of tournaments that the juniors are playing, all those kinds of things, having a ranking system so they have something to look forward to. There's a number of factors.
According to former national player Damian Johnson, there's not enough energy being placed on the development of players.
And that's why we're lacking players today, because coaches just aren't developing anybody. We have young Blaze Bicknell out there, coming off of my hand. We have a few now that are coming up that comes from my camp. So I'm doing my part, so everyone has to do their part and develop the youngsters.
Lockett McGregor is one of the chief coaches in the corporate area.
We would like to see more companies coming on board to support our junior program. I myself used to run a lot of junior programs, but not anymore. As you know, with the economic situations out there, funds are hard to come by. But I am sure that as we go along and things are getting better in the country, I'm sure we will get back there again.
McGregor says another setback is the change in the hotel system.
We used to have a lot of ball boys going in the hotels and playing, and they would play with the guests, the different coaches coming down, and hence we used to have a lot of ball boys coming up to represent Jamaica and going off to university and all of that by doing just the same thing here, juniors playing with seniors. But we don't have that anymore because most of the hotels now are all inclusive, so we don't have the ball boys anymore, so we have lost out on that type of exposure.
There is also the lack of access to facilities to play publicly. Gabriel Murray has to travel from Clarendon to play in Kingston.
My plea is to just build more courts, especially public courts in the rural area, especially Clarendon. And I think that it will motivate, different people from those areas to want to actually try out the sport. And I think it could benefit Jamaica very well.
For Tennis Jamaica President John Azar, the association has access to courts in Montego Bay, Mandeville and Treasure Beach. But there's a challenge.
We're moving in the right direction, but that clearly is a challenge to be able to say in every neck of the woods you have a public court that somebody can go out there and play in.
So the biggest take from Phillips returning had to do with his replacement. Well, you might need binoculars to find them. Christopher Scott, TVJ Sports.